Nathan Perry. Since Abe outlived his comic counterpart, do you see Tara taking his death scene, or will they skip it? I think they should skip it. I think that death is underwhelming like a motherfucker. However, if they do keep it, if they do, and if I was in charge of writing it, I would have it very similar to pay respect to the comic book, where Dwight and them are sneaking on Abraham and Tara, walking through, and they're having some kind of deep conversation, maybe something that's very important, and in mid-sentence, instead of getting shot in the head, Tara gets shot through the chest, and she falls down in Eugene's arms, or halfway, or maybe she just crumbles to her knees, and he falls down to his and grabs her, and she loses breath. Obviously, it's going to blow out her lung. As she's dying in his arms, Dwight walks up all nonchalant like, hey, listen, I didn't mean to shoot the bitch, but you guys kind of started this, you know? And he's all chilling about it. And Eugene gets to witness someone he cares about a lot just die in front of him. And even though he's very intelligent, there is nothing he can do. There is absolutely nothing he can do. And then as she dies, he would have to put her down and then be really aggressive towards them, and that's where he gets taken and everything. I think that would be a lot better. But no dramatic, like, Eugene, I need to tell you something. I would just rather her just be gargling, can't breathe. Make it traumatic. Make it just harsh. Make her just struggling to stay alive and breathe, and make it just one hell of a way to die slow and painfully and choking on your own blood and not getting air because one of your lungs collapsed and not being able to speak or convey anything. And you know, Eugene can't even calm her down or console her because they both know this is the end, and have that group walking up like it ain't shit. I think that's a good way to do that death. Rachel Lehman. Will they run out of ammo soon? It's unlikely someone is still making ammo now. Well, funny enough, in the comic book they do make ammunition, so I do believe that's going to be in the show. And I don't believe that's really a spoiler because if you just look into guns and ammo a little bit, you know that it's very possible for them to be making ammo. As long as they had the right equipment. They got lucky enough to find the right one. Yeah, they're good. Taylor King 03. Ronnie, what would be a creative walker kill that hasn't been done before in the show? I don't know, skip. Creative walker kill. Oh, I tell you what, I got one that's in my book that I'm willing to say because I put it in there because I liked it, and then I never went back over to polish it up to see if it could actually happen. But one of my characters gets blindsided by a zombie and he puts a blade in his mouth, and it is a pretty rotten one. That's important to know in this time in the story. Well, when he goes to stab it, it's falling on him at the same time he's reacting to it. Like I said, it blindsides him. Well, the walker clamps down when it goes to bite on him, and it bites his blade instead, and he's able to use that blade to pull its head back. But at the same time, they're falling, so he has his arm here, and as they fall down, his arm actually goes through the walker's chest, you know? That's why I said it's important to understand they're rotted at this point in time. So it goes through his chest, and he just reaches around. Can I do this on camera? The hand goes through the walker's chest, and he just turns his hand. Where's the camera? While his hand's through the walker's chest, he just turns his hand and grabs the back of the walker's head, and he pulls his head away so he could take the blade out. And he's going to stab the walker, but being he's so excited in the book, when he pulls his head back, his head snaps off, and the walker's head just comes right out that hole that was through his chest. Again, I never sat down to see if that was actually possible to make it look good without being like just off the wall nuts. But yeah, that is one that I had down. That would be insane. And explaining that now, I don't even think if you guys will understand that what I am talking about. But if I was the walker and I was coming in, his hand would go through my chest and he would grab the back of my head. And when he yanks back, my head just snaps off and goes behind my back and comes out my chest when he pulls his hand out, still holding onto the walker's hair. I think that would just be like vicious. Although, if I was in the moment and putting it together, it probably wouldn't work out that way, so I might end up scrapping that. But that's one I got on the table that I think is unique, and I don't know if anyone's ever done that before. It's probably impossible to do. That's probably why they never did it. Kevin Reddish, you left a long comment talking about the TV show where Kirkman, I think there was only Kirkman, Maggie, and Josh McDermott, I believe, playing Eugene. And Kirkman just out in the open said that Glenn will be killed by Negan on the TV show. And everyone was just like, what? You know what I mean? Even Maggie and the actors were like, I can't believe he just said that. That is one of the biggest reasons why I think Glenn is safe. He's not going to die like he did in the comic on the show, because Kirkman on TV was just like, yeah, he's going to die, and he's going to die by Negan. Like, boom. Yeah, that's my thoughts on that. I think I left that in a message, but I wanted to make sure I got that out to you, because a lot of people ask about that particular video. An unconventional walrus. You want to know what I think Negan's accent should be? I believe Negan is from Washington, D.C., no? I don't think he should have an accent. I don't think he should have a deep South accent. I see Negan more as a person who was from the city, maybe New York or something like that, who moved when he was in his teens over to Washington, or maybe in his early 20s. That's how I see Negan. So no, I don't believe he should have any wild accent. Just talk normal. J.O. Invasion. I screwed your name up, sorry. Is Morgan's Kung Fu part Jesus? No, I don't believe Jesus trained Morgan. Tomas Diamaro. The Saviors, will they have the same factory in the show with the same name? I personally believe yes. We had the Herschels and the Herschel Farm. We had the prison. We had Woodbury and the Governor. That's all the same. We have Alexandria. That's all the same. I don't believe they should change the name of the places, and especially since the Saviors, I know they called Terminus the Sanctuary, and the Saviors is called the Sanctuary. Well, they called it, that wasn't its name. Its name was Terminus, but they said Sanctuary and whatever. Now, I was just being lazy there, not saying that, but you get what I'm saying. In the show, they are called the Saviors. That's why the factory is called the Sanctuary. I think they're going to bring to life more of that cultish following the Saviors aspect. So I do personally believe it should be the factory called the Savior, the factory called the Sanctuary, and they are the Saviors. I believe 100% that is should be left alone. All right, let's finish it up here. Scotty Smith. Carol, will she go to the hilltop instead of Maggie? Listen, guys, I've done a couple videos now on this. Go look that up. No, I personally do not believe so. And it really wouldn't make sense if they're having Maggie as Deanna's apprentice to kind of learn the leadership role if they were just going to give it to Carol. But story-wise, I just don't see it fitting Carol's character. Not at all. So, but go ahead and search my videos in this channel and you'll definitely find them. Go ahead and watch that for my full explanation on that one. Olin Menino, you had this whole explanation about Daryl turning into Dwight. Now, I have made multiple videos about how I do not like this. I've even titled it that, I believe. So go ahead again, search in the videos, not on YouTube, but in my video list. You'll definitely find those videos. One thing I think it simply just doesn't fit the story. Just does not fit the story at all. Another thing is it's just simply not fair. Pick your favorite character from the comic book that's now on the show. Let's say it's Michonne, or it's Tyrese, or Dale, or anybody. Pick your favorite character. What if I told you, let's say your favorite character was Glenn. What if I told you Glenn's not going to be on the show because we're just going to give that role to Daryl? That'd be pretty cool, right? You would be like, whoa, what the fuck did you just say? That's ridiculous. So, and I apologize, but I just think it's utterly ridiculous to give such a popular character's character away. Their character and story away to another character who he's already done his shit on the show. He's already had so much story. Not only are you robbing the fans of a character and the character of the character's story, but you're robbing Daryl of whatever story they had for him. You're just taking that away and giving him Dwight's story as if his story wasn't good enough. You had to give him... It's like saying, Dwight's story is good, Daryl doesn't have any story left. Let's just get rid of Dwight and give him Daryl's story. You know, or yeah, give his story to Daryl. You see what I'm saying? So, I am totally against Daryl becoming Dwight like you would not believe. Travis Ward, will Negan be like the comic or will he be changed like the Governor? No, he will be like the comic. Listen, let's be honest. The Governor was just simply not as popular as Negan, and that's the truth. Debatable or not, that's just the way it is. Rainbow Protectors. You heard, yeah, we heard Holly on the show. Tara mentioned Holly, but they have that Francine chick. I personally still feel that they're gonna bring Holly in, and the reason they didn't have Holly on the show yet is because they didn't get the right casting for that character yet, and they still needed time to cast for that character. So what they did is they name dropped. They gave part of her story, what in the comic, away to the Francine girl, but we will 100% get a new Holly. I firmly believe that. I'll be shocked if that's not the case. Johnny Wee Dude asked, is AMC racist for killing off all the black characters? Well, hold on. Well, I mean, they got Father Gabriel, they got Scott, they got Heath, they got Morgan, they got Sasha, they got Michonne. I mean, that's just off the top of my head. Is that all the black characters? I think there's even more, too. I mean, new characters, because we saw there was a wolf. He's black. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so, no, I think that is utterly ridiculous, and I'm sorry. I absolutely hate that. Now, let me explain why. It was one particular article that really pissed me off, and it was to the point where I sat back and said, listen, anyone who says that AMC is racist because they kill off black people, what the fuck is wrong with you? And it got to that point because I read an article where one article actually said AMC should not, I repeat, should not hire black actors for roles where the people will only get killed because it looks bad. So let me get this straight. You don't want to employ and give work, money, and jobs to working class actors coming up or established. You don't want to give them a job because this role is with a character that's going to die eventually. That's what the article was saying, and I've seen so many people like, yeah, that's a good idea. Why'd they give that dude a job? Why'd they hire the black dude in Fear, the two of them, if they were just going to kill them? That's retarded. They should have avoided it and hired white people. Wow, is that ridiculous? Wow, is that asinine? Go ask the two actors go ask any of the black actors who got the jobs on the role of The Walking Dead and say, hey, do you think they should have just picked a white guy because your character was dying? I think most of them would probably be like, no, working on that project was freaking awesome. Listen, if you cast me and I die in one episode, shit, I don't care. I do not care. That is amazing, being on that show. It's utterly ridiculous. I'm so sick of these people who say there can only be one, or they don't have enough black people, they're killing them off. Yet we have a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black people that are currently on the show. Most of them aren't going anywhere. I think Scott's going to be dying. That's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? And you still got people running their mouths. And then when you say, Sasha and Michonne have been on here since, season 3? Yeah. You know what they say? Oh, well, no. We're talking black men. They're racist against the men. Is that even a thing? I'm just getting a headache thinking about it. Macy J, is there any more evolution for Rick left? Yes, a lot. He's going to an extreme now. There's a lot of room for evolution in Rick's character to pull him back. And while you're pulling his character back, he's going to morph into a character with a different type of attitude and outlook. So yeah, there's a lot of room left for Rick to transform. Alright, everyone who asked about the show, your comment was just way too similar to something, or I just missed your question because there wasn't enough time. So go ahead and leave your comments in this video alone. And Deadheads, if you're watching this, it's only because I was able to test out this new computer that was able to do that. And that is only because of your support. I don't want to go into any more details because yeah, really good chance there's going to be a follow-up video coming up very soon with some very good news. So, leave your thoughts and theories in that comment box and your questions for the Walking Dead original TV series only. Look in the description for the rules and whatever to enter the other ones. I got to go get my daughter. Thoughts and theories in the comment box. I'm done talking. It's your turn.
Subscribe now.